Welcome back to episode number 10, the Random Thoughts Podcast, episode number 10, where Isaac and I declared that we would be rich and famous.
Yeah, we're rich and famous now.
So, subscribe and give us all of your money. That's right. Who wants to start this one off? I always start it off.
I will, because I only have one topic.
Okay.
So the holidays are coming up, which means holiday movies.
No, man.
Which is your favorite holiday movie to watch?
Die Hard. It's a Christmas movie.
What makes it a Christmas movie?
It takes place on Christmas.
There's plenty of movies that take place
It's
during
snowing.
Christmas.
There's explosions. There's guns.
Not a Christmas movie.
There's probably a Christmas tree in there.
So,
I'm pretty sure there actually is in The Office.
Taking place during Christmas does not make it a Christmas movie.
It literally takes place on Christmas Day. It can't get much more Christmassy than that.
Make it a Christmas movie
on Christmas Day. I was
They're
just
not.
thinking about that. I don't know. That movie got really long.
They're not. It's like 3 hours.
It was long enough.
We'll watch it tonight.
Nope, we're not.
We'll watch it at my dad's house, so you don't have an option.
We won't.
Like real Christmas. I mean, Die Hard is a real Christmas.
Oh, it's called Holiday now.
I celebrate Christmas. It could be the holidays for everyone else.
Holidays that are celebrated during that time of year. You celebrate Christmas, but
Correct.
Like that time is the holidays.
Right, but do they have Hanukkah movies?
Maybe.
Do they have Kwanzaa movies?
Maybe.
Do they have, what else is there? Yiddish?
Yiddish?
Isn't that a thing?
That's Judaism.
Oh, that's just another word
yeah,
for...
I think that's like their language.
Oh. Well, I don't. What would yours be?
Name what yours would be.
Ernest.
I'm thinking.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
What's that?
I just thought of Bert and Ernie.
You've never seen the Ernest movies?
No.
Oh, it's got... I can't remember who he voiced in Toy Story. I think he voiced Slinky in the first Toy Story movie.
Okay.
But that one was good. That one and Christmas Story. Those are my two favorite ones.
Oh, you'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to the new one that's coming out this year?
No. They have a sequel too. That's not really a sequel.
Yeah.
I don't like that one either.
And the one that's coming out this year is stupid because it's just called Christmas Story: Christmas. It's so dumb.
What the fuck is that?
My favorite is Christmas Vacation, obviously. And then I really like Rudolph, the 1964 version that we watched the other night. And then there was a movie I watched. Man, I don't know what it's called. It's a Christmas movie and has Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. And he goes to buy a toy for his son, like super last second, and he can't find it. And it's basically his whole adventure to get this toy.
I can't remember the name of that one.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No idea.
Really stupid.
Jingle All the Way?
I think so.
Maybe. I think it has Danny DeVito in it too.
I think so.
I've never seen it.
It's so stupid. It is that one, yeah. Basically, it's...
I've never seen it, but I've seen the...
Yeah, it's like a robot action figure toy.
Yeah.
And this kid, really wants, but everyone really wants it, so it's sold out everywhere. But, he has to get it because the kid's parents are divorced, and he, proves that, if he gets this toy, he's the better parent compared to his mom.
I feel like all the parents are divorced in Christmas movies.
Not Christmas Vacation.
Not The Grinch.
Driving.
Yeah.
That would probably be my pick, is The Grinch.
Whoville.
Which one?
The...
live action one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping you would say that.
We were talking about that
Better
at work
said
the other
that.
day, that's probably, the best Grinch movie. But I do really like the animated one, the original.
Yeah. Speaking of movies, did you guys see that? So Winnie the Pooh is now, what's it called? Public domain. Are you gonna watch the new Winnie the Pooh horror movie coming out?
Ooh.
I probably will, just to see how bad it is.
I'm kind of excited, and it's not like a large production or anything. It's literally a couple of guys who threw like $300,000 into it.
a movie, it's gonna be like $50 tops.
Well, then you're not going to make it in the movie theaters like they are.
That's how Twilight started. They had a really, really small budget.
Yeah, that was
When
also
they figured out it was
Twilight.
popular, it got better. That's my one subject. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's your favorite Christmas song? And by who? Because there's a lot of versions of the same song.
I got two that I can think of. One is probably I Won't Be Home for Christmas, Blink-182. It's more of an anti-Christmas song.
My store plays that, and I'm so surprised every time it comes on.
It's great.
I think it's so funny.
And then, give me a second, let me find the other one. I don't remember what it's called or who it's by. What's yours?
Be home for Christmas. There's one by Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani that I really, really like. I'll have to find it.
I like
It's really good, and like all the versions of it are good.
mine is my other one would be All I Can Give You by John Lancaster. There's this album. It's like it's not Kids Bop, but it's kind of similar, where most or all of the songs are covers by hardcore bands.
No, it's like one of those.
So it's like all screamo, heavy metal, Christmas music.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm into.
It's called You Make It Feel Like Christmas.
I don't think I really have any favorites.
I think they're all good.
Noel, you guys sang that in church, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. I wouldn't say that's a favorite though.
Silver Bells. It's a good one.
Ringling.
Silver Bells.
How long down the family tree until you're not related to them? You know, like, obviously you are related to them, but like my great grandparents, genes got split, and then split again, and then split again. You know, so it's like, am I really... I'm a descendant of them, but am I related to them? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like,
You don't have their genes, but like it got split, but it's passed on like through your parents.
right, but even think about it from like a great grandma. Hers got split to my grandma. So now my grandma's only holding half. Hers gets split to my mom. So that's 25. And then it gets split to me.
12.5.
Okay, and then our kids would be 6 point
Whatever.
something.
6.25.
And then my grandkids would be 3.2 or whatever. So
The
eventually,
decimal would just get smaller and smaller and smaller. Like,
Right.
You'll
you'll always have some, but when does the decimal get to a point where it is irrelevant? I would say like after the 0.00. I don't know. I thought that was weird.
That's weird.
It is. And then also like how irrelevant you get
I'm pretty irrelevant.
as time passes.
Elaborate.
Okay, so I was recently informed about Day of the Dead.
That was like last week.
Yeah. So, like, the whole point is you put a memorial up for, like... So your mom would put pictures of her mom and her grandma and then tell you stories about them. And then, you know, when your mom dies, you would put pictures of her up there and then tell stories about your great-grandma or your great-great-grandma, your great-grandma, and your mom. And then when you die, our kids would do that to keep the stories kind of going.
I'm alive. Yeah.
Right, exactly. But like, how far down does it get to where like this person that you're 0.0000001% related to, do their stories really matter?
It's not even that, but I feel like that far down.
Not that it doesn't matter,
no,
but
it's gonna be like the game of telephone, where like my mom would tell me stories of my great grandma.
right.
That she told, like my mom's mom to my grandma. So I feel like by the time it gets down to so far, like it's gonna be a completely different story.
Which there is already proof of that in your family.
What?
Because your grandpa bought the cottages. You told me that he built the cottages.
I think he built, I thought that he bought the gray one, or he bought the log cabin and then helped build the other one.
Right.
Because they both weren't there.
But also, like, yeah, but that misremembering would also trigger, the story to skew.
I mean, at least I got the right year.
Instead of Isaac being the king, like his great-great-great-grandchildren were saying, he was actually just the prince. Mm-hmm. He never made it to be a king. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, like Will and Kate.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
In England?
John and Kate plus 8?
No.
Oh. Will I am.
Prince William? Princess Kate? In England?
He's
the next one in line.
He's in charge now. The old guy.
Prince Charles.
Charles. Yeah. King.
That's their dad. So once he dies, then it's going to be Will. And if he dies, then it's going to be...
I only know the pedophile one.
There's a pedophile?
Andrew. He was the one that involved with Epstein.
Yeah. He was the one that got kicked out.
Yeah, he got kind of canceled.
But, okay, so how does that work then? Let's say... So you got King Charles and then his kids. Let's say that...
Harry and Will.
Okay. We're just going to say that there's one of them. We'll pick Will.
Basically.
So...
He's in America now.
Will... Let's say Will's kids are like 6 and he dies. Mysteriously dies.
Correct.
Huh?
That's about correct. They have 3 kids.
So what happens when this 4-year-old is next in line and his dad dies? Because you can't have a 4-year-old king, right? Or queen.
It would be him. Because, I guess if he only has one. So if
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's kind of what happened to Queen Elizabeth. Her whole family died.
Yeah, she was like
On the
20.
plane. She was like super young. I think she was like 16.
Oh. But there's got to be some sort of limit. Like I said, you're not going to have King Bob running around. Like, King Bob!
Of course you would.
Right?
I
don't know.
I don't know what happens in the real world. I just know what happens
In your own little...
I know what happens in Game of Thrones in that scenario.
What do they do?
A king or queen regent until they're like 15.
Oh, that's probably actually accurate. Right, like a vice king, but they're kind of a step in until the kid hits 16.
Like their uncle or something like that. But I don't know how that would work because they're not an actual like king.
True.
I wouldn't know how relevant in today's age that they really are like the ruler anymore anyway.
They're
not.
not.
They were back then.
It's more of just a pretend position. So does it really matter if you have like a 12-year-old?
They're the Kardashians of the UK because they have money and were once in power, but everything still has to go through like Parliament and everything. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know what Parliament means. That's like their government, right? That's like their Senate.
Congress, yeah. I don't know.
Who discovered sex?
Who discovered
Who?
Adam and Eve, duh.
Okay. Who decided, who's the first person that was like, all right, I'm going to suck a dick?
I think about that all the time.
Because it's not like, okay, like, sure, maybe Adam and Eve were the first people to have sex, and God was like, missionary only, and that's why they have missioners to go on missionary missions. But,
This is a lot of thought.
But, who expanded sex into what it is? Who decided to put their dick in a butthole?
How long was it? Like, how many times did they do it just missionary?
And they're like,
Before they were like, What's it like if we do it this way?
Let's hit it from the back.
Yeah.
They're like, you have a couple other holes here.
Or, yeah, who decided to suck dick for the first time? And then who decided to swallow it? Because what if it gets in your stomach and you explode? That's pretty fucking risky to be the first person to do it.
Yeah, to be that very first, you have no idea what the texture
Right.
is going to be like or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have no idea.
That's kind of like whoever discovered that milk comes out of a cow.
Right, that was a horny farmer.
What was
It
that
probably
guy
It
doing?
probably was the same guy. As to figure out
Do you think
can suck a dick.
you think like that guy experimented on the cow first?
Or it people, like, was it people though? Or do you think that they saw
Was
animals do
it
and they're
Animals
like,
don't do
"Huh."
oral.
No, but was it human milk or cow milk that we tasted first?
Right.
And like, how long did we start drinking cow's milk?
'Cause
After
I
we
decided,
knew
I was
that
like, what would
humans
happen
did
if
it.
I pulled on this?
Exactly. Or like obviously when you're pregnant, you lactate and it just kind of leaks, but who is like, "Man, this is what my baby needs."
I think because they thought it was so natural that you produced it, that they're like,
I mean,
"Wow,
Okay,
Yeah.
but
there has to be a point."
We might have seen like animals.
right, and that's what I was going to
But
say.
even then, like, who was the first one to be like, I'm going to steal the baby cow's milk?
True.
There's actually a thing where, like, when you're pregnant, like, right towards the end of, like, your, like, pregnancy, you'll leak a little bit of, it's, like, pre-milk kind of stuff, and it's actually, like, a medicine, like, a natural medicine for babies. So you're actually supposed to kind of pump that out and then save it and, like, freeze it and stuff.
Interesting. Would you try breast milk?
I've never tried it.
But would you?
Yeah. You know me, I'm weird like
See,
that.
me too. And she thinks that it's weird. I just want to know.
As long as it doesn't come straight out of my...
I don't care where it comes from. It could come some. It doesn't matter.
If you're gonna try it, I'd obviously want you to try mine, but you're not gonna, like, suck on my tit to get it out.
That makes it more fun for all of us.
I was actually told at work that
Squirt me in the forehead.
sometimes you have to, because he was telling me that, like, his wife's nipples get clogged up.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, sometimes I have to, like, unclog the nipple for her.
I'm just curious what it tastes like. And then, obviously, it comes out of the tap warm.
Yeah.
But is it better cold?
Mm-mm.
How is it in cereal? What happens
You're
if
supposed to freeze it.
What happens if you substitute it in a cake? What's the consistency going to be like? These are all things that I need to know.
I think you need to go on, like, Facebook Marketplace or something. Get yourself some.
I'll just get her pregnant. Easier that way, you know?
I'll sell it.
To me? I'll buy it. I just curious, you know? And then after we have our baby and I try your titty milk and I know how it is, 3 years down the line, I'm exploiting our child for money.
It's really funny that you think I'm gonna have a baby.
3 years down the line, I'm exploiting my child for money.
Like they did with Ryan's World.
100%. If I can have a kid play with toys and review them, and I'm making millions of dollars, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, that's a good business model.
And yeah, you put whatever, some money aside for the kid.
He doesn't
For their
need that
college fund.
much.
Right. And he's going to be showered in toys, so he's going to be happy. And then as
He'll
they
be
get
fine.
older, you just set a little bit more money aside. And I mean, they're going to inherit all the money anyway after I'm long gone.
I mean, you gotta make sure you have a little bit of fun with it
Exactly.
before you're gone.
And then every time the child hits 3, I think 3 to like 5 is a good review period. And then you stop that kid, on to the next one. So whenever the kid is like 2, you would pop out the next one so they're always ready.
You do a lot of different toys for different age groups, though.
No one wants to see a 26-year-old guy playing with RC cars.
But after they hit like 10, I would say would be a good
Yeah,
age to stop.
I would think it'd be really hard to do it, like, when they're a teenager.
I think
Preteen.
I think that 5 to 6 is a solid cutoff though, because of the content that kids watch, and they just click because it has Hulk in there, or because it says Nerf, or because they don't care about the content itself. They just care about that one thing that's on there.
Yeah, just the thumbnail.
Where like someone a little bit older, like that 10 range, is gonna be like, well, yeah, it has Hulk in there and Hulk's cool, but that toy looks stupid. You know?
They're able to think about it.
Where
I think so, because I don't think they'll write things like that.
I think that most kids, yeah.
Maybe like when I was a kid, it was different. Maybe that's where my mindset is. Like when I was 10, I didn't care about like, oh, this looks stupid, so I'm not gonna watch it.
When I was 10, I was watching phone reviews. I was built different.
I was trying to get those what are they
Silly
called?
bands.
No, those moon shoes.
Oh,
Yeah, those were
the moon shoes.
But they didn't have like videos like
Right.
reviewing that stuff. You just had the commercials.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had to pause it and then get your mom and be like, hey.
It's
You see these?
$19.99
Yeah.
right now, plus shipping and handling, Mom. It's not that bad. How many times did you say that?
Exactly.
The Fushigi ball?
Yeah, the clear ones where they're like. I didn't do that.
But nowadays you can go on YouTube and see how shitty the moon shoes actually were.
Yeah.
And they suck.
Don't look at that. I don't really want
Yeah,
my
you
child
can't
to
ruin it
be-
like that.
Pick a number 1 through 5.
3.
I was gonna say 4.
We'll do 3 and then 4. Day in the life of. Who are you going to live for as one day and one day only?
Kris Jenner,
Which one is that?
the mom.
The mom. Okay.
Because she built that entire empire of the Kardashians. And I want to know if that sex tape was premeditated by her. Because they said, whoever, was it Ray J or whatever his name was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one
That
in it.
Kim Kardashian had sex with, that the tape came out about. He was saying that they had like a contract for it and that it was like planned to do the sex tape.
I believe it, but also, why are they famous?
Because of that. That's
I know.
literally how she got famous. No, they got famous because she married Bruce Jenner, who was the Olympic tennis player.
Right, and I understand there was also some correlation between them and OJ.
And yes, because
Mm, yeah.
Kris Jenner's ex-husband, who is deceased, was one of the lawyers for O.J. Simpson.
Right, but the only reason that they're truly as big as they are is because of that sex
Because
tape,
of their relations
and
with
they
other people.
happen to have ties with other people. If that sex tape never came out, they wouldn't
But
be as big as they are.
Considering that Kris Jenner continued it all, as soon as her husband died, that could have stopped everything. As soon as she got remarried and got famous from the Olympic star or whatever, that could have all just went away. She could have just been famous for that hot minute because he was in the Olympics, but that's it.
Right.
Like, considering she's, like, kept going with it and created this empire for every single one of her kids.
Is
Except for
ridiculous.
some of the other Jenners, like the ones that Bruce had before they were
Except
even
for
married.
like the fat one.
Rob, he's
Yeah.
not fat anymore.
Oh.
He was famous
Sorry,
from
Rob.
because he was married to Black China and had a kid, and they had like a really abusive relationship. So every once in a while, stuff comes out, but not really. But he didn't like to be famous.
But there's no reason for it.
I
It's
wanna
just
live
unnecessary.
a day of her life to literally just be in her mind, just to see what her day to day is like. Like obviously there's the TV show and it's very like intrusive and everything.
It's not.
But I want to be in her mind
It's
to know.
it's all planned.
And I do feel bad for her because she had a conversation with Bruce after she transitioned to Caitlyn, and she like didn't want anything from their marriage. And Kris was just like, we have had these wine glasses from our wedding, and you didn't want anything. And then you came back into our home, and came back and you said you only wanted your gun that you left here, but you wanted nothing from our relationship. You didn't want pictures. You didn't want anything. You didn't want clothes. Like,
Can you blame them,
any of
though?
that stuff? I mean, like,
If
yeah,
you and I
because
get divorced, I'm not taking pictures.
No, but like once you transition and like, but he was like still part of the family. They basically got divorced because he wanted to be a woman.
They could have been a lesbian couple.
He was a lesbian couple for a little bit with this really young girl, but who was also trans. But I just want to live a day in her mind to know just these secrets that no one can ever figure out.
Would you leak it?
No.
No?
No.
No?
I would keep it to myself.
But no one's going to
Make
believe
myself go
you.
mentally insane.
No one's going to believe you, though. It's not like you can
Even
come
if I
out.
said it, exactly. If I said anything, no one would believe me. What's the point?
You could leak it as Chris. You'd be like, hey, guys, here's a day in my life.
Yeah,
as you're living a day in her
start
life.
a live stream and just air out everything.
I feel like I wouldn't do that.
But you could.
I would.
You could do something to either make or break them. Even more. You could tweet out the
I
N-word
would
as her.
vlog it.
There goes the whole company, the whole
I would
brand.
vlog like the day, like wear one of those like helmets that has the GoPro on.
Back it
as
up on your
myself.
iCloud.
But just to always remember, and then like, does she know that someone else is gonna live as her for a day?
No, and in this scenario, we'll say it's not even going to be a Freaky Friday. She's not going to wake up and be you for the day. Her conscience is just on pause for those 24 hours.
I don't know who I would pick. Probably pick like the president, something like that. Find out about the UFOs or
Freemasons,
find out about
the Illuminati. You get a whole bunch of information.
Yeah, expose it all.
I thought I saw a UFO the other day.
How and why and...
I was on my way to work and I got off on the exit on 287 and I was about to turn right and I looked up and I was like, oh, there's a weird little like disc in the sky. And it was like kind of moving like back and forth and then I looked away and looked back up and it was gone.
This is why you need to get a dash cam.
Yeah, if you would have had a
It was
dash
like
cam.
really far away. It was very, very faint, so I don't know if I just saw like a
Enhance.
Yeah, zoom and enhance.
doing like the FBI shows.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Which is not at all how it works, by the way. So you'd be some sort of government official?
Yeah, I want to know what's really going on.
I don't know who I would be.
Yeah, can you figure out if the pigeons are real?
I'll get to the bottom of it.
They're not. They're
Expose
drones.
everything.
I would either pick someone that's super, like, rich and hated, or someone that, like, the majority of people like. So I'm thinking either, like, Andrew Tate, because he's rich and everyone hates him.
I guess you could figure out if that's like truly his personality,
Exactly.
or if he's just putting on a show.
Or I could also go along the lines of someone who is kind of like me, Elon Musk. You could tweet out anything you want to, and everyone's just like, that's just Elon being Elon. But little do they know it's me. And, like, what kind of secrets does Elon have? He's worked with NASA.
He's got to know something. He's got to know some stuff.
Mm-hmm. So I think that would be my pick. I would choose Elon Musk over Andrew Tate, though,
If you had
to be
pick
clear.
someone that's not in this like generation, who would it be? Like someone who's maybe popular like back then.
Famous or infamous?
Yeah.
Man. Is this an open question for everyone or just me? Who would you pick?
Princess Diana.
Lyndon Johnson.
I feel like we talked about
I
this
think
before.
we have.
Because you had the same answer
Yeah.
and you had the same answer. And I'm pretty sure I said...
You said like Hitler.
Yeah, you said Hitler.
Yeah. Which was who I was going to say, and then I realized that we talked about this already.
I could be cool.
At least our
Because
answers haven't changed.
There was like a leaked thing from her like diary or something, and she was just like, "I know that I'm gonna get into a car accident and die."
Yeah, we covered this on like episode probably 2 when you joined.
Just saying.
What skill would you learn if you could learn any skill without any sort of restrictions, time, money, not an issue? One thing.
I'll change my oil. My car.
Okay, but you realize you could broaden that, right? So you could know exactly like how to just kind of do basic mechanic things instead of just doing your car.
Oh.
Or instead of just doing your oil, you could know how to do more than that. So you could just say mechanic and just kind of have general mechanic knowledge as a skill.
I could be smart.
So would that be your answer?
I don't know. You pick first. I'll see.
I don't even know.
I know what mine would be.
Let's hear it.
Mine would be like editing, like Photoshop / editing skills. Because I watch like some YouTube channels. Like,
You go crazy.
yeah, there's some that are just like so good. I just wish I could do shit like that.
First of all, Photoshop is expensive.
Yeah.
So another subscription?
Yeah, another one.
I mean, it's definitely great and I like it, but
I changed my mind.
what is it?
I would learn engineering.
Like a specific kind of
No.
engineering?
All.
Oh.
Said I could pick a broad subject, so
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't thinking that broad because, there's a whole bunch of different types of engineering to choose from, but sure.
I'd be an engineer. I would learn how to do it.
I'd probably learn how to, like, cook or something, because I don't know how to do that now.
Ooh, yeah. There's a lot I would pick. I would like to know. There's a girl I watch on TikTok who knows all the differences between like plants and stuff from nature. And like just to know that, just on hand, I could see that and be like, yeah, that's edible. And then she just automatically knows how to make a whole freaking meal out of it.
Right, but also what about, like, language? You just have, like,
Oh, yeah,
general
I
knowledge
know
skills.
all the languages.
Not
Oh my gosh.
not necessarily fluently, but enough to where if you went to
You could
France,
understand.
you
If I
could,
went to the nail salon, I would know.
yeah, you could pick up.
Those bitches. Could I speak it or do I only understand?
You can do both, but like I said, it's not fluent, but it's enough to get you by if you were there.
If you could pick another language to be fluent in, which language would it be?
Spanish.
That's such a fucking bullshit answer.
I know, but I wish I could speak Spanish.
Me too.
Like, I really wish
I
I
wouldn't
could
pick
speak
Spanish,
Spanish.
but it'd be a good one to know. It's very versatile for America.
I would choose something stupid,
Probably.
like French
It's not really that stupid.
or German.
French is pretty
Brittany
stupid.
knows German.
I took German in middle school. I know some.
Brittany took like 4 years of it.
Okay,
I feel like German would fit you pretty well.
Yeah, Hitler.
Well, I don't know. Like, I feel like French would be cool just because you get to sound like a snob then,
I feel like it's good because you can go to multiple places and still be able to speak it.
And you get to do that thing with your mustache and go, you know how the French people do it?
Yep.
Yeah. That's like the evil French people.
Yeah.
I think maybe I'm just an evil person.
Interesting.
What would your language be then?
I don't know. I feel like Spanish would be a good one because you can use it here in America with people. You can use it in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
French is good because you can use it here in America. You can use it
In French?
in Canada. You can use it in France.
And French onion?
Yeah.
French fries. Yeah. French toast. Too. Yeah.
I don't know what I would pick. Maybe some sort of like Chinese.
Ooh, yeah, Japanese would be a cool one.
Japanese, yeah.
Japanese would. That's my second one.
Yeah. A girl we work with is actually studying Japanese right now, and she's like tries to speak at work. She'll like practice to herself.
You should tell her to get the new Terati's anime shirt.
Yeah.
She does watch anime.
So
So like every time, so she does the same thing where she greets when she walks in. All the time.
Because it's
So,
a
like,
normal
a
thing.
normal
But usually when I'm
person.
walking, I'm by myself, so I don't greet anybody. But every time she walks in, she greets us in Japanese.
How does konnichiwa?
No,
How's it?
it's like Ohio,
Ohio.
something like that. But I think that's cool that she's trying to learn.
I think it's cool, but Japanese is also one of those very what's the word I'm looking for? Not strict, but
You know that
It
English
has to
is
be
the hardest
right.
language to learn.
which is pretty fucking easy.
Yeah.
Comes natural to me.
They said like sign language is the second hardest.
Well, yeah, 'cause
Different
there's-
sign languages.
yeah.
You have, like French sign language, American sign language.
Is there like a universal sign language where it's just one sign? Oh, we should make that a thing. You can travel one place in the world.
I could travel to one place.
Yeah, money's not an option. Did we talk about this? I feel like we did.
We might have, but I don't remember what my answer was.
I remember mine. Money's not an option. You're going there for the
I
month.
know where you want to go, but I really would like to go to Ireland.
Yep, we did talk about this because that was her answer. And then I said Japan.
And yeah, you go to Tokyo.
And then you said something.
I don't know. Kazakhstan?
I think that's what
Yeah,
you said. I'm pretty sure you said somewhere. Yeah,
Did I really make a Borat joke 2 times in a row?
Yeah,
I think so. All right, I only have 2 topics left. Dork versus geek versus nerd. What's the difference?
Nerd, I think, is just more like you're smart and you study a lot.
Okay.
Dork
Yeah.
is just like you're trying to be offensive.
And what about a geek?
I think a Geek Squad, Best Buy.
Okay.
I don't know, because in my head, they're all very different.
Yeah, like you call me a nerd
But-
when I read.
But they're all kind of. I don't want to say they're interchangeable, but that's how
I
we
don't think
use
that
them.
They're
are.
kind of, but I still know the difference in my head.
Right. And for me, I would say a dork is. I'm going to describe it in picture. A dork is like the guy in school who's a little bit overweight, kind of ugly, got like the really big like Dahmer glasses.
I thought someone that I went to school with, like when you said that, but like he was a very, very scrawny kid, and he did have glasses.
He wears his retainer all the time. He
Yes.
got that,
Yes.
Yeah.
got like the head brace.
Not that.
And like they're just kind of stupid, but like
he was very, very smart.
kind of smart in like 1 or 2 things. That's a dork for me. A nerd is someone who knows a lot about everything.
But you call me a nerd when I read, and I don't know a lot.
People who care about their
things.
education to a little bit higher of a degree than average.
I
Like,
think that's- no,
but-
maybe geek is more like
well,
techie.
right, and I
Yeah.
think that a geek would be more like they have their knowledge in a handful of subjects that they're passionate about, and I think that's the thing with
majority of
geeks.
it is technology,
I think the geek is more passion,
aka Geek Squad.
and it would be more like electronics or factual sci-fi sort of things.
Yeah.
So does that mean I'm right and you guys were both wrong?
That's how I like picture.
I'd agree with
That's
you.
not what you said. I don't remember what you said, but it wasn't that.
I just think because you always call me a nerd when I read,
Yeah.
but like that's it. So I
I
don't
feel
really-
like reading is.
Kind of nerdy.
I was going to say more dork
I
behavior.
don't think so. I think
No?
it's more nerdy.
I feel like dorks are like the nerds in movies that get picked on.
They're like the people that are actually like dorky, you know. But like if you're a nerd, like I just think of like the costume everyone would do, where it's like the glasses with this
Yeah.
on.
I see, but I almost feel like that would
Everyone
be.
would talk really nasally
I feel like that would almost be more dorky than nerdy.
Yeah, that's more of a dork in my head.
I don't know. The more I say dork, I hate it.
I
just like think I'm like, oh, dork.
dork is also whale
I just
penis.
think it's more of
What?
a derogatory
Whale penis.
term.
Whale penis.
Mm-hmm.
What?
The more you
Dork is whale penis. Dork meaning whale penis.
I think that dork is just used as a name to call someone. I don't think it really has a definition to it. Of who
A
they
dork
are.
is actually the penis, usually used in reference to whales.
Cool. I think it really was like. I think that they all are different time frames. Like they all kind of evolved from each other. Like you never really had all three of them at your school.
We did.
Well, maybe you.
So
What were
did
you?
I.
Were you the nerd or the? What were we all?
I had all three.
Options.
Okay, in 4th grade, what were you?
In fourth.
Let's see.
Because that's the
I was
only
gonna say,
grade he
I
went to
thought
school.
I was
Well-
gonna say
I was a
dork.
Well, it's
Yeah.
only 4th grade for him because that's the only year that he went to real school. Because, I mean, how do you really make yourself one of the other if you have nothing to compare to?
In God's eyes.
So you said you were what?
I think I was more. I don't know.
I was the geek.
I was probably the nerd.
Probably. You got A's and B's.
Yeah, I graduated with 3.6.
1.8, baby. Yeah, I'm smart. What's one superpower or anti-superpower that you would have?
We've already done this.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, because I said invisibility.
I don't remember what I said.
What's an anti-ability?
Not like, but like if you were a, you
Bad
could,
guy?
yeah, you could kind of choose to be one or the other, and then what would your power be?
I don't know. I feel like if I were like a superhero, I'd be expected to save all the time.
No. You have to pick whether you're a hero or a villain. But
Yeah,
like,
if I were a hero, I feel like I'd be expected to have to save people all the time.
it's just a superhero power.
Oh.
You're not a superhero or a villain.
Oh.
You just have
I just want power.
a single ability.
I don't know. Stretchiness would be cool.
Oh, like Mrs. Incredible.
Shape-shifting, maybe?
Yeah.
I feel like that was his answer
I
last
wanna be,
time.
like, curly.
To just suck everything up
Yeah,
and become
then
it.
Become that thing. That'd be freaking sweet.
Kirby would be a good one. Yeah.
I think I would choose. It would be more of a.
Flying would be cool.
I would choose more of a anti thing. You tap into everyone. You know, you can like make an announcement to the world, but they hear it in their head. Because then you could just like randomly just drive everyone crazy,
I
or
would hate that. I would kill myself.
or you could just be like, in all these different languages, like, just start giving a countdown from 10. See what happens. How would you torture someone?
I wouldn't.
You have to.
I have a person in mind.
Okay, how are you going to torture them?
I'm gonna cut off their limbs one by one. And then set them on fire so they have to smell it. But I'll do it like one by one. So I'll cut something off, burn it. Cut something off, burn it.
Would
Each of
you-
the toes.
Okay, I was just about to
Not
ask,
like
would
a
you do
whole-
like
not like a whole
foot
leg.
or...
I would do like toe, finger, toe, finger. But then they'd probably pass out, so I'd have to quicken it up a little bit. And then I'd probably do it where they drown, but it's like the fake drowning, where I put the towel over their face.
Waterboarding? That's not
Oh,
fake
yeah.
drowning, that's
Well,
very real.
Yeah, I'd waterboard them, but then like as soon as they're about to like pass out, I'd take it off them so they wake back up. I'm a night person.
See, I would do the same, but I would be
cut the dick
injecting
off.
them with like cocaine or meth.
Oh, and then let
Keep
them come
up.
back.
Yeah, so like cut their finger off, inject them, make sure that they're awake.
That's smart.
Make sure that they don't pass out. So that they're always...
But then you
alert.
could also let them get dope sick for a little bit too after they do come.
That too.
I have
There's
two
a thing that you can inject under their tongue to make it not show up.
magnesium,
There's something that you can inject into their
potassium.
to make it not show up, but where it's lethal, but it doesn't show up on drug reports. I don't know. Who's your person? I don't know.
I don't think we can say
Yeah,
that.
I don't want to say my person.
I don't know my person. I had a dream about, not a dream, I had a nightmare about them the other day, and I actually really don't know how to talk about it because it was very bad.
My dad and I have had extensive conversations on how we would torture people. And we've came to the conclusion of,
It's like a tag team deal or what?
no, we just both have the same morbid curiosity. So I've got two. One, you give them a whole,
People?
no, two different torture methods. One, you paper cuts all over the body,
Oof.
and then you just
Right
drip
in between the toes.
lemon juice on them for a little bit.
Oh, smart.
And then you could move on, so now it's a bucket of lemon juice, and then throw them in a pool of lemon juice.
Oh my gosh. There's something about me that would, I don't know if I would torture them. I just want to freaking kill them.
And then the other way is you get like this giant, like human-sized cauldron. And-
freeze them and then let them thaw.
You have them on like a little thing that can pull them up and push them down.
Yeah, I dip them like a candle.
Right. And then, but the water is boiling. So you're boiling them alive, like a slow boil. And then you hold them under. So now whenever they're trying to move and get up, they're burning. And they're also drowning. And then you pull them up and you let them come back up and, cool off. And then back down.
If we ever have a purge, I'm coming for you.
I feel like you've thought about this too much.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, my dad and I have had extensive conversations on...
Do you have a person in mind that you would do it to?
No. Just,
Can I
honestly,
give you one of my people?
maybe after the podcast, or you can text it to me.
I feel like you already know.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know, like, I don't have anything where I have, like, too many personal vendettas against
I
anyone.
do. I can give you some people.
I almost feel like it would be, not better, but more entertaining. Wow, this is fucked up. This is very dark. To have it just be kind of like a random, off the street,
No, it'd have to be someone I know that I want to hurt.
Yeah, I think in that
You guys
scenario...
are kind of scaring me over here.
If you literally knew any, like 1% of my background, you would be like, yeah, I can see why you would say that.
Yeah.
You guys have thought about this a lot more than me.
I think about it too much.
I can tell.
Every day.
Multiple times a day.
Yep.
Um...
Not as often as I pee. God, it's just like, when you think about that person, though, like, you just get sick, almost. Like, yeah, I want to fucking hurt you.
Why did you just live censor yourself? I just want to fucking hurt you.
Because I don't know.
Favorite as seen on TV product? Anyone?
OxyClean.
Oh my god, I love Billy Mays. Rip.
Or the ShamWow.
Does it actually
Those are the
work?
best.
No, because I remember
Oh.
when we were like 12,
I
my
really liked
family
those.
got one.
Dang.
Didn't do shit.
But would you... I think there's a difference between the best, like, marketing for the product versus the product itself.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Because Oxyclean and
actual...
ShamWow had the best marketing.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know if
Vince
they work though.
and Billy Mays were like the best as seen on TV guys.
Oh.
Slap Chop?
Yeah, the slap
I was
job.
gonna say that's probably my anything with cutting some sort of vegetable where I have to hold some sort of massive tool to cut it.
Or like those boards where you
Yeah.
just slide the thing?
Those actually work pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm
But
trying to think of other ads seen on TV.
I guess we can also like throw it back to when we were kids though, like Mighty Beans. You remember those commercials?
Yeah.
I just unlocked the memory in your brain.
Yeah, I had some Mighty Beans.
Same. I had too many.
I didn't have that many.
And they were so useless. Like, what do you do with them?
Yeah, I remember I wanted them like so bad, and then I got them, and I was like,
Right,
"That's all."
flick it around the table, and you're like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
But then you still buy more?
Yeah, you still wanted to collect more of them. I
Yeah.
remember my favorite was a little wrestling guy, blue and red wrestling guy.
I had the skeleton. He was probably my favorite. Are you looking something up in old as seen on TV something?
Chia Pets.
You still have one that you never even did anything with. And you probably don't even know where the seeds are, do you?
I do. I still have them.
Are you ever going to do it?
Maybe.
She has the Bob Ross Chia Pet and she never did anything with it.
Cleaner soap. OxyClean. ShamWows. Oh my gosh, that egg sitter chair thing.
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember.
the egg sitter.
A lot of like the slap chop things. Like just different ways of doing it.
There was
The
some...
Swatty Potty.
That wasn't as seen on TV. That was Shark Tank.
Was it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess still technically as seen on TV, but...
There's that other one where it's like a stick to wipe your ass with, too. You haven't seen that one?
No.
It's like a back scratcher, but it's got a little suction cup on the end of it, so you can like suction and kind of grab toilet paper with it.
Ooh, flex tape.
I think I do remember.
Yeah.
Flex
Phil
tape.
Swift has to be up there with Vince and Billy Mays.
I would agree to disagree.
He's top 3.
But Billy Mays and Vince did multiple things that weren't their brand, where Phil is like exclusively Flex.
Yeah,
brand.
but that's
What
his
did
whole
Vince do?
brand.
Did he do the ShamWows?
Vince was the ShamWow and the
Yeah.
Slap Chop.
He was. Ew, this guy.
He's a very shady.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's such a shady looking character.
Oh, yeah.
I don't trust him
Looks
at
like
all.
now, so.
Oh shit! A little bit of a rough patch.
A little bit.
I miss Billy Mays. Just like, you were not ever expecting that commercial to come up, and then as soon as it
Billy Mays here!
Yeah.
Oh, there was one that I distinctly remember. I don't remember the name of the product, but it was like a cake bowl where you like pour your thing in there and then you could inject it so it had filling.
Oh my god, do you remember the really big cupcake one? There was like an ad seen on TV, and it was for like a massive cake thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember.
It was a
that
mold
one.
of a cupcake, but it was like this big.
I feel like I kind of remember. And then when they cut it open, because it
would
was
be
like
filled with,
it was like
sprinkles
cake,
or something.
and then yeah, sprinkles or fruit. Yeah, I think we might be thinking of the same thing.
I must have missed that one.
That was one of those like.
Big top cupcake.
Let me see it.
I'm pulling it up. This. That's what I'm thinking of, and it would be full with like sprinkles because there was an insert. Where
That's
it was, like,
not-
a little dip.
That's not the exact one that I was thinking of, but I do remember that one.
That was a good one. I never had it, but
Never had it. Yeah, I was thinking of the Bacon Fill by Betty Crocker.
oh yep.
Bake and Fill.
You know what also was a really big as seen on TV was George Foreman.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the different layers and stuff. I felt like George Foreman was a big one too, with his grills.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember those ones that much.
I have to pee.
Well, that's fine because we can wrap it up now. We're at 54.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for listening. Give us a like and a comment and a follow. And You got to do it wider. Your mouth is still covered by the. Jeez. Bye.
Buy our merch, goddammit.
Buy our merch, goddammit.
Yeah.
Are you gonna say bye, or are you just gonna do
Bye.
that? Bye.